Oh, oh.
Lola gently takes Kira's arm, leading her inside. Tina follows, her usual quick wit replaced by quiet concern. Steve lingers on the balcony, watching them go, a knot of worry tightening in his chest. The cityscape sprawled beneath him, suddenly less captivating.
Let's get this cleaned up.
It's just, he makes me so angry.
Lola dabs at the wounds with a gentle touch, her brow furrowed in concentration.
I know, sweetie. But hurting yourself isn't the answer.
It's just a nervous habit.
Back in the living room, an awkward silence hangs between Tina and Steve. The vibrant energy of the previous karaoke night feels like a distant memory.
Do you think she's crazy, like Jeremy said?
No, I've just never seen anyone explode like that.
And he had no right to tell Lola to shut up. No right at all.
He's young, inexperienced when it comes to civilians. Still thinks he has power over people. He'll learn. Is she?
Probably just the scratching. It can get pretty deep.
Muffled voices filter through the closed bathroom door. Steve hears Kira's choked sobs, punctuated by Lola's soothing murmurs. He remembers Kira's earlier joke about marshmallows and the sharp contrast with her current distress. Muffled voices continue to seep through the bathroom door, a mixture of Lola's gentle reassurance and Kira's distressed sobs. The tension in the living room is thick enough to cut with a knife.
Is everything all right?
Just Kira being Kira. She gets like this sometimes.
The bathroom door opens a crack, revealing Lola. Her face etched with worry, Lola gestures for Steve to come in.
She's all right now. Just a bit shaken up. Right, Kira?
Yeah, just monster-ish. I didn't mean to explode like that. I just get so tired.
You were brave, Kira. Jeremy needed to hear what you had to say. I'll leave you two to talk, Kira. Steve, please just keep a check on her so her wounds doesn't get any worse, all right? I'll be right back.
Lola exits, closing the door softly behind her, leaving Steve and Kira alone in the cramped space. The scent of antiseptic hangs heavy in the air.
I probably scared him off. Steve, I mean.
Scary? I've never seen anything like that before. Not like that.
You must think I'm a monster. The way I feel right now. I am one.
No, you did the right thing. Jeremy, he was out of line. He took the group's targeted aggression towards him personally, like you always said.
Then why didn't you run? Why didn't I scare you off?
Let's just say I'm trained to anticipate situations. Situations Jeremy will never understand. And you, Kira, you're not a monster.
Thank you, Steve, for everything.
You're welcome, Kira.
I don't know if it's the adrenaline wearing off or the blood loss, but I'm feeling a bit tired.
Come on, let's get you tucked in.
Steve leads Kira to the small room she shares with Tina. The muted glow of a nightlight illuminates scattered clothes and posters on the walls.
Thanks, Skeef.
Sleep tight, Kira.
He pauses in the doorway, a thoughtful expression on his face, before stepping out into the hallway. Lola approaches him, her brow furrowed with concern.
You could stay here tonight, Steve. On the couch if you want. It's late.
I appreciate that, Lola. I think I will. I can go back to the hotel in the morning.
Tina emerges from the bathroom, toothbrush in hand. She watches their exchange with a curious expression.
Need anything before I turn in? Steve? Pillow? Blanket? My collection of Canadian-themed commemorative thimbles?
I'm good, Tina. Thanks, though. Maybe later on the thimbles. I sure they're quite the conversation starters.
Tina smirks and disappears back into the shared bedroom. Lola heads to her own room across the hall, leaving Steve alone in the dimly lit living area. Another creak, followed by the soft rustle of a cellophane wrapper. He throws the blanket off and quietly pads towards the kitchen. The pantry door is ajar, casting a sliver of light into the otherwise dark room. Kira stands inside, a box of Triscuits in hand.
Can't sleep?
Oh, Steve, you scared me. I didn't know you were there.
Kira clutches the box to her chest, her breathing slightly ragged.
I was hungry, which is weird. I never get hungry in the middle of the night. Are you and Jeremy going to be okay?
I've trained worse men than Jeremy. He's just misguided, brainwashed by those southern states that guns are the only protection they need.
I don't believe in the American Second Amendment. And free speech isn't a free license for hate speech. That's what scares me.
Makes sense. How's your arm?
It's good.
She winces slightly, her fingers tracing the bandage.
When a wound itches, it means it's healing. You mustn't scratch it, though.
It will take all my strength not to.
I'll take you to a walk-in clinic tomorrow and get you some cream.
You better ask Lola first. She has my medical card.
A beat of silence hangs between them, charged with an unspoken tension.
Right. Lola.
The next morning, the aroma of coffee and Lola's leftover hash, a comforting mix of mashed potatoes, roast beef, and vegetables filled the air. Sunlight streamed through the kitchen window.
Smells good, Lola.
Thanks, Steve. Help yourself.
I hope I'm not overstepping, but Kira mentioned needing some cream in, maybe some stronger pain medication for her arm. I was thinking of taking her to the walk-in clinic today.
That's thoughtful of you, Steve. Here's her card. The clinic opens at 9.
Just then, a shrill alarm blares from Kira and Tina's room. The sudden noise makes Steve jump.
Mornings. Kira, turn that racket off.
Good morning, sunshine. And speaking of monsters, I hope I never have to see Jeremy again. The way he spoke to Lola last night.
Don't even mention his name. He was completely out of line.
Look, I know things got heated, but there's always hope for understanding. Maybe I can talk to Jeremy, Try to smooth things over.
It's too late for smoothing things over. That guy is toxic. I never want to see him near this house again.
Wow, Tina. Easy there. I thought being negative was my thing. You're supposed to be the sunshine, remember? And I'm the moon, all moody and mysterious.
She's got a point, Tina. Try not to let Jeremy get to you.
So, Kara, ready for that clinic?
Sure. Let me just grab my jacket. Sure. Let me just grab my jacket.
Kira pulls a worn denim jacket from a hook near the door. The faded patches and things speak volumes about her personality.
Ready?
Let's go.
The walk-in clinic is bustling with activity. The fluorescent lights hum overhead, casting a sterile glow on the waiting room's worn furniture.
Looks like more paperwork. Joy.
Coffee?
I'm good.
Cheap and cheerful. My kind of thing.
As they wait, Kira makes multiple trips to the coffee machine. The aroma of cheap, burnt coffee fills the air.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, just funerals. And awkward family gatherings. Lots of coffee at those things. Nerves, you know.
A receptionist calls Kira's name, her voice echoing through the waiting room.
You might have a slight coffee problem.
You could say that.
Kira walks towards the receptionist, her steps a little unsteady. A strange mix of apprehension and excitement flickers in her eyes. The earlier tension with Steve seems to have dissipated, replaced by a strange, caffeine-fueled energy. The fluorescent lights of the clinic hum softly. The air smelled faintly of antiseptic.
So, sterile. Reminds me of. Well, never mind.
Trying to lighten the mood with morbid humor again?
Dr. Kearns, a middle-aged man with kind eyes, enters, his smile warm and professional. He examines Kira's arm, gently probing the healing wounds from the recent vandalism incident outside the cafe.
Could you put it in a cast? I have zero self-control when it comes to itching.
I'll keep an eye on her, Doc. Make sure she doesn't turn it into a bigger mess.
At Safeway, Kira grabs a bag of marshmallows, a flicker of her usual quirky humor returning.
For medicinal purposes, of course.
Sure they are?
Back at Lola's apartment, the air is thick with unspoken tension.
Are you sure you're all right, dear? You look pale.
Just antibiotics. She'll be fine with some rest.
I'm going to crash. Wake me for the second dose, Lola?
The Into the Woods soundtrack fills Kira's room, a strange counterpoint to the unsettling quiet of the apartment. Steve watches her from the doorway, his unease growing. The vandalism, the doctor's visit, Kira's sudden fatigue, it all felt off. He couldn't shake the feeling that something bigger was happening, something he couldn't quite grasp.